It's that time of year again, the time of year that changes every year, so much so that this year it's actually next year, for the Best You've Seen Entertainment Nominees 2019. Reveal! AKA the B.Y.S.E.N Awards. Oh god, is that brilliant? Just roll the intro. Roll the intro! Yes! Yes! Future me here, you can tell by the Future Me shirt, because I'm consistent like that. And I'm here to tell you two things. One, I'm recording this on my phone just like last year, because my new camera is absolute shit. I'm going to be returning it as soon as I get a new one. This is not 1080p. It records in fucking mono, and every time it goes zzz like that, you'll see that many times, that just desyncs all of the audio, so I have to go and re-stitch it. My old webcam lasted years. And it cost $20. Oh my, what? These new ones cost like $80. And it's not as good. I don't understand. And the second thing is, usually I upload this within the next year, but this time I'm doing it the first day of the year after the next year. As in, like, normally I do it in 2020, but now I'm uploading on the 1st of 2021. It's because, just like last year, I think it's funny. As you can see, we're in a new place. And that's because I own the place. I'm not sure it's worth it because I can no longer have avocado toast. Anyway, let's just jump right into... Oh god, I've done that... This is the 4th year in a row that I've just... Fuck you, Philip DeFranco. Fuck you. Movies. Now, normally I would have just like a ton of DVDs, which I do. These just aren't the ones that are nominated. Like I said, I moved and, well... I don't have anything prepared. So, just imagine that when I do this, I'm not, well actually I should do it this side, I'm not just After Effectsing in a picture of it. And the first nominee is, obviously, Endgame. See? I told you I wouldn't be After Effectsing it. Because it was basically nominated last year as well. There's no spoilers at this point. Tony Stark dying... It was pretty sad. But you know what's sadder? The fact that Infinity War was better. So, the next nominee is El Camino. Actually, I do have it. I just bought it. What do you know? I'm surprised by this, honestly. I did not plan this at all. So I think this might be the default winner, just because I have the DVD right here. If you're not sure what it is, it's Breaking Bad, the movie / the sequel / basically just the next 2 episodes of the show. And, well, that's Breaking Bad. How does that not win? And the 4th nominee is... 4th? 3rd? Whatever. Joker. Or as I call it, Catcher in the Rye 2019. Because, let's be honest, it kind of is. It's just... absolutely hated by people who will never watch it, and the people that don't watch it are luckily the type of people who would take to heart its message, let's be honest. And the 3rd nominee, because I did this out of order intentionally, is Hustler. Have you heard the phrase, Moe, cute girls doing cute things? Well, this is Hoe, stripper girls doing stripper things. And it's pretty Moe. I loved it. It was really good. And our final nominee... Oh wait, no, there's also Star Wars. It was gooder than the last one, which isn't saying much. Worse than the first one, which was number 7. Not as good as the first 3, you know, the prequels. And far better than the originals, because honestly, they suck. Don't at me. And last, Cats. This sums up my entire thoughts of it. What the fuck is that? And why do I want to see it again? And... the winner is, obviously, Hustler. Because it's just a genuinely good movie. You should see it. See it. I'm not saying you should, I'm telling you to. See it. And up next, Animu. Watchmen, the series. I know it's not an anime, but this is a legitimate award show. It is SJW trash. Done right. It has all the recipes to be awful. There's a black female main character. The premise is that everyone's racist. An old superhero that we know and love is now black. Another one has an Asian daughter. The main bad guy's secret symbol is literally the OK sign. Just that's the OK. Are you familiar with the phrase dog whistle? And at the end of it, they imply that they've just given the most stupidly overpowered character's powers to the black female character. All of that screams SJW trash, like Thor is a female now. You remember that? Apparently that was actually really good too. But despite all of that, it was good. It surprised me, just like Dear White People surprised me. That was a good show too. It wasn't great, but it was still good. Watchmen, SJW trash, done right. And the next nominee is Broly, for pretty much the exact opposite reasons. Hashtag I stand with Vic.
No. Ew. Maybe. Already have. Yes.
And the next nominee is Digimon. Digital Monsters. Digimon. Oh my god, what am I doing? So, Digimon Try, in like 2014 or 15 or whenever it was like, oh cool, that's a thing, can't wait to watch it. 2016, oh sweet, the first DVD's out, I'll buy that. 2017, okay, the third and final one is out. Oh, there's a fourth. 2018, looks it up. Oh, there's actually 5. Well, I guess I'll wait to watch all 5 of them. 2019, aka now. Okay, I finally have all 5. I'm going to watch the first one. Wow, that was really bad. Then I got through all 5. Turns out there was actually 6. How did I go from there being 1 to 3 to 5 to 6? And originally it was meant to be a 26-episode series, which you can really tell, because I think they just stitched 5 or so episodes together, each movie, and it was just bad. The original was a light-hearted, yet somehow incredibly dark, series about a bunch of kids. This was just dark and drama and, oh my god, we have to kill them. Oh, and despite it being really dark, they never actually say kill or destroy, they just say defeat or knocked down. No, people fucking die. But they don't acknowledge that at all. They won't commit, but they're going for a dark tone. It was ridiculous. I want, Toei Animation to redo the dub properly. Although they did get the original voice actors, that's impressive. It's been like 20 years. Anyway, they ended it with a, not quite a cliffhanger, but open for more, which there won't be more of. And the next nominee is My Little Pony. Not just the season, not just season 9, but all of Generation 4. The entire series. I didn't think the ending would affect me as much as it did. I was excited for the end of Naruto, but I was anxious for the end of this. I don't think it was a great season, but the last few episodes made up for it. At least it didn't end like season 7 or 3. Those were bad. And they were meant to end at those points. All in all, over everything, including fandom, fanfics, comics, animations, the community as a whole, I give My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, a 3.9. It would have been a 4, but Gilda showed up for half a second in the last episode, and then was never seen again. I presume she died. No, seriously, like, she goes in to fight the big bad, and then is just never seen again. I presume she died. They snubbed her for Gabby. Gabby is worst bird. Washimi is best bird. That's something that you don't understand because I cut out the whole thing about Agritsuko. Because it won last year. I'm not going to nominate it again since it was not as good as season 1. 9 seasons. Wait, what do you mean there's a 10th season that's Australia exclusive? On Channel 9? Okay. Naruto. 720 episodes. 10 movies. A spin-off Chibi series and a couple of OVAs. I give it a 4. This is one of the highest scores I've ever given an anime. The highest score being Prison School at 4.5. However, it'll be a 4.8 if they ever do a Kai of it and remove like 300 episodes of filler. But I feel like the Itachi stuff is probably technically filler, and the 10th anniversary stuff should probably remain too. While there are higher scored anime, i.e. Prison School, like I just mentioned, even in my review of that, I said that it's quality and quantity that makes something great. This was an epic journey that's only rivaled by the MCU's first 22 movies. Maybe One Piece when it finishes? Probably not. I'm hoping My Hero Academia will be listed here one day, but until then, I'm going to head and make the controversial statement: Naruto is the best anime of all time. Fight me. I'm not counting Boruto, but I am counting the Boruto movie, because while not as great, it will probably be amongst the greats one day too, just like Korra to Avatar. Korra's not as good as Avatar, but it's still good, and not as high up there on the list, like Naruto, Avatar, like seriously, they are that close. Zuko and Itachi are rivaling each other for the best redemption arc of all time. Korra, Boruto, My Little Pony in between them. This was the default winner this year. It had to be. I knew it would be for years coming. And honestly, it did not disappoint. Just like My Little Pony, I'm not ashamed to say that I cried in the final episode. Okay, I'm a little ashamed. And if it wasn't made clear that, yeah, Naruto won that category. What was that? Whatever. Naruto has to win this year. MLP is a distant but solid second. And the next category is games. And the first nominee is World of Warcraft Classic. I hold 2 world records in that game. 1, the longest single session at 33 hours, which doesn't seem like a lot, but the world record is 32 and 45 minutes. And while I didn't officially beat it because you need like a witness, 2 people, all done in a open public location, ridiculous requirements that just can't reasonably be done, I did a 33, I don't remember exactly how much, but I did beat the record. 33-hour long session at launch, and I only got to level 20. Then I proceeded to coma for the next 18 hours. I woke up super dehydrated, and I never plan on doing that again, unless I get like the multiple witnesses in the public place type of thing. The second world record I hold in it is world first level 60. Boomkin. By default. Because if you play World of Warcraft Classic, you know that Boomkin is awful. But I wanted to recreate my World of Warcraft experience from back then, and I didn't know any better back then. Now I do, and I kind of regret it. But like I said, world first level 60 Boomkin by default, because no one else was stupid enough to try. Even though it took me a month, I still got that record. And the next nominee is Borderlands 3. I lost my old Borderlands shirt. I don't know where it is. I would use it again, but anyway, Borderlands 3. When will I learn that hype is a bad thing? The story was weak, the characters were weak, the action scenes were the weakest, the gameplay was adequate, and felt like they had guns that were trying too hard. The best part of it was the side quest about Jack and his daughter. Borderlands 2 was a masterpiece, and they tried to improve on perfection it, making it much worse. The campaign just dragged on a bit, and should have ended, lengthwise at least, where the fake ending was. I can't say that I enjoyed it, and I can't say that it's a game I'll ever come back to beyond the DLC. As in, I will play the DLC and have no intention of making a second character or completing true Vault Hunter mode. That being said, I did 100% the single player, because of course I did. I overhyped it for years on this show. Just go back and watch. It's been winning Game of the Year or Hype of the Year since 2014. So when it came out and sucked, it hurt me deeply. Overall, the story was a -1, the gameplay was a 2, the characters were a 0.4, which gave it a total score of a 0.5. So it's not a bad game, it's just not really a good game. It's plus a bit. I'm very unanimated right now because I'm deflated from having to dislike it. And the next nominee is Telltale's Batman Season 2. Came out last year, but shut up. This is a legitimate award show. Here's my summary of that season. Episode 1. Hey, that's the lady from Suicide Squad. Episode 3. Oh, she's making a Suicide Squad. Episode 5. Holy shit, she made the Suicide Squad. I am a smart person. But really, it was really good. I mean, it was Suicide Squad, not done right, but done much better. And I didn't hate the Suicide Squad movie. I thought it was alright. Best part was the Joker. Of course, he steals it. But no, the Joker became a good guy. He became Batman's ally in this, and it was amazing. Just play it. I'm pretty sure it's like $2, if not free. I think Season 1 is free. Anyway, it was good. Oh, and then the Joker the movie came out, and it implied that the Joker might be Bruce's half-brother, so that just made it even better. Oh, and watch the he-she, how it should have ended, for the Joker. That basically sums up what this series, what Telltale's Batman Season 2 kind of could have been. And the final nominee is A Plague Tale: Innocence. Not the best game, but probably my favourite this year. Easy yet fun achievements, easy yet occasionally tense gameplay, mediocre but acceptable story, graphics a little meh, but really who cares? I think what I liked about it was it's a stealth game where the stealth is easy and you're not defenseless if you mess it up. In a linear, not open world sandbox with collectibles, but not too many collectibles, and a few level specific achievements to do this thing in this way. It just blended everything that I liked together. That ticks almost all of my boxes, and if you know of any other similar games, I need to know about them. I heard it's in the vein of Hellblade, and I'm looking into that. All in all, I give it a 3.2, and that's a pretty high score for me. And the winner is Telltale Batman Season 2, because really, it's that good. I liked it. That's all. I don't have to justify. Moving on to the hype of 2020. I'm gonna be honest, I'm recording this very late into 2020, and it just kind of seems disingenuous to do this category at this point, so I won't. And now for the category that everyone's been waiting for, even though I didn't have it last year, which means you've been waiting for it for 2 years, although really at this point more like 3 years, because the fuck you, this deserves an award. And the only nomination is Crackdown 3 Explosion. Explosions! People didn't like this game. It was Crackdown. What did you expect? Chasing orbs, blowing shit up, jumping really high, cars honestly becoming useless after like 5 minutes. It's because 5-6 years ago they said there would be world destruction stuff in it. Then they never mentioned that again for like ever. Almost as if they removed it years ago and haven't mentioned it since, so you shouldn't expect it. They act like they No Man's Skied us, which kind of is good now. They act like they Fallout 76'd us, which is also good now, apparently. Elder Scrolls Online, also good now. There's very few examples of bad games that don't become good. Anyway, fuck you, this deserves an award. Goes to Crackdown 3 Explosion. And finally, the disappointment of the year. 2 of the 3 nominations are Borderlands. Oh, look what they've done to my boy. They massacred him. Look what they've done to my boy. That was a horrible Italian accent. Look what they've done to my boy. They massacred him. That's the wrong kind of Italian accent. Borderlands 2, free DLC, Commander Lilith, and the Fight for Sanctuary, or whatever it's called. It was free. Can't complain with that. For a limited time. But I thought the update I downloaded was it, so I never actually got it for free, and now it's $20. Honestly, that's on me. And the other disappointment is Borderlands 3. I overhyped it. You've already heard me explain why it's bad. It was pretty bad in general. I'm so sad. It makes me sad. And the final nominee for Disappointment of the Year is Life is Strange 2. You know how I said Watchmen was SJW trash done right? This was SJW trash. The first one, even though I didn't see it at all, was just lauded as being, oh, it's so woke and amazing story. And it was amazing, but not for the reason that Tumblr said it was. So they decided to dive just headfirst into the SJW bait for number 2. Overall, it lost its unique mechanic from 1, the story was weak, the plot was stupid, the whole story takes place over like a year or so, just like the release schedule. Hey-oh! And ultimately, I didn't like the ending. At least the one that I got. I got the not great ending. There's a bad ending, the not good ending, and the good, I guess, ending? Watched all of them. None of them were particularly good. I think, honestly, out of all of them, the best one was the good, I guess, ending. Where I'm gonna spoil it because it's not worth playing. Basically, the younger brother blows up a cop. So there is no way that they can associate that crime with these two brothers. With magic. He blew him up with magic. I thought I should clarify that. So if they, don't fucking run and look guilty doing that, they would have been fine. I mean, the dad died and I think another guy died. So that might have been an issue, but they could have just blamed it on random explosion, gas leak, I don't know. But running away, in the process of running away from no crime, they commit, just ridiculous amounts of crime. They fucking work at a weed farm for one whole episode. And it was ridiculous. And the disappointment of the year is, despite how much I loved Life is Strange 1, and even Before the Storm, Borderlands 3. And the irony is, of course, that it's won an award another year. Oh my god. And that is the Best You've Seen Entertainment Nominees 2019, aka the B.Y.S.E.N Awards. Yes! Yes! How long was that recording? Shouldn't be too bad. Oh, I look awful. This camera is shit. This is not 1080. It's recording in mono. I'm gonna have to edit the audio so much. And I guess I should stop recording too. Is me looking at the screen... I mean, it doesn't look like I'm looking elsewhere. I'm looking at the camera right now. Does this look better than this? Oh, well, we'll find out. Be-doop. Okay, that's everything. And unsticky tape the camera. And press stop. I hope that worked.